Ad Astra Abyssal. The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists and the... Editor-in-Chief is always open to new ideas. Yes, but most importantly, they pay their right. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! That's a little... Ooh. Huh. Say cheese! Let the world collide! By royal decree, back here, please! Hold that pose! Coming through! Shadow Raven, let night fall! Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo! Breaking news! You have my approval. Ooh. Strike a pose! Sign here, please! Time to shine! Smile! That's that! Hard-hitting exclusive! By royal shall a new train! Let the world collide! Looks all right. Keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged. You'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for complete.
Sword from Shadow. Time to go. See? Go as planned.
Barbados, guide us.
Hey! Time to shine. Yoo-hoo! Go! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Shower me with the speed of light! Nowhere to hide! Let lightning echo in song!
Incoming! I got lucky that time. Wind, hear me!
Speed of light!
Time to go! Go! Cut to the chase!
Let the world collide!
Incoming!
Strike a pop! Don't blink!
This isn't good! Frost over!
Speed of light! Shower me with praise!
With sword comes shadow. I swear by my sword.
Hey!
Go!
Strike a pose! Let lightning echo in song! Stop that!
Incoming! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Cut to the chase!
Shower me with praise! Let the world collide!
Barbados, guide us.
Hey! Time to shine! Strike a pose!
Kratos, guide us. Don't blink. Got lucky that time. Strike a pose. Time to go. Go. Let the world collide! Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Incoming. Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Higher, higher, can't fight fire. Go. Let my name echo in song. Wind, hear me. Incoming. Strike a pose.
This realm is... If you ever have... Hey, there you are! This sure is a mysterious place. I've taken a ton of photos, and boy do I have a list of questions for you. Sure. Anything you want to know about in particular? Let's see. I know. I'll tell you about the time that Bedazzled caused a huge scandal. They once ran a special report which claimed that the production and promotion of Fanta was part of a sinister plot by the Fontaine Research Institute. Right? Anyway, they put forward a theory that long-term consumption of Fanta makes human teeth and bones incredibly fragile. It would end up destroying people's bodies to the point where they could no longer take care of themselves. Even walking and eating would be agonizingly difficult. Finally, people would be forced into relying on machines just to survive. And that's when the Fontaine Research Institute, who develops all kinds of mecha, would swoop in to save the day and turn a huge profit in the process. Most of my colleagues and I thought so too. As far as we're concerned, Bedazzled makes up things like this all the time, so we thought nothing of it. But it turned out that a whole bunch of people who already hated Fanta were completely convinced it was true. Well, either that or they saw it as a good opportunity to vent their grievances. Either way, after that article was published, the Maison Accord was inundated with complaint letters accusing Fanta of harming children. They claimed that Fanta doesn't just damage children's teeth, but also stunts their growth, discourages them from drinking plain water, and ruins their appetites. It all got so out of hand that Mr. Henry got pressured into doing a public interview with the Steambird, in which he stated that he would personally prove that Fanta was harmless. He declared that he would start drinking 3 cups of Fanta every day until he turned 60. He also promised to publish the results of his monthly physical checkups in the Steambird to make them available for public scrutiny. It really is. We've been joking about it in the office ever since. He's never gonna live this one down. To his credit, though, Mr. Henry managed to turn the whole fiasco into a huge publicity stunt for Fanta. Their sales really rocketed for a while off the back of this. And for all of his big promises about publishing his monthly medical reports and drinking Fanta till he turned 60, well, a few months later, everyone had moved on and forgotten all about it. I can't take a good photograph without an interesting subject. I really have to force myself to press the shutter button if I'm not excited by what I'm snapping. To be honest, I'd prefer to have an animovision. Being able to fly around freely would make getting to interviews so much easier. A cryovision's not too bad, though. At least I don't need to worry about my camera overheating. If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered. Now that her father's name's been cleared, and the case of the serial disappearances of young women is resolved, I guess Navia must be able to finally breathe a little easier. I don't know why, but somehow she's found herself at the epicenter of all sorts of bad news lately. Luckily for her, I've been snatching up all the articles that mention her and doing whatever damage control I can before they get published. And, then getting told off constantly by Euphrasie for interfering. But you know, I think Navia deserves a break, so I'm happy to take one for the team. Also, she agreed to do an in-depth exclusive interview, which definitely sweetens the deal. Oh, surprise, surprise. Linny refused an interview with me once again. Do you know how many times that is now? Actually, I've lost count. But never mind. Evading me only further confirms my suspicion that he's hiding the news story of a lifetime. As long as I keep digging, I'll find it. And when I do, it will shake the world like no other news report in history. No matter what question you pose to her, Lynette just calmly lowers her eyes with an expressionless look on her face. It's like she's some sort of clockwork doll. I'm really tempted to write an article titled something like "The Genius Magician's Puppet Assistant, Magic's Best Kept Secret." But I have a sneaking suspicion that even that wouldn't get a reaction out of her. Clorinde is one of the most well-known champion duelists in Fontaine, but she's also the most mysterious. I have a source who tells me that she uses some sort of mystical ritual to keep her weapon as good as new. Could this be the secret behind her famously undefeated track record in the duelist ring? I'd love to spring that question on her one day, but I don't think I'll get the chance. She's publicly stated that she doesn't accept interviews. So, did you get to meet the Duke in person? Yeah? Any nuggets of information that I should know about? Never mind the credit coupons, the coupon cafeteria. If a man will not work, he shall not eat. That's all just generic filler. I'm talking about personal anecdotes about the man of Mirapede himself. Huh? What do you mean, confidentiality? Oh, not you too. We had a deal. Oh, that does it. Remember that gigantic feast I treated you to? I want my money back. Get your butts back to prison and do your time, you swindlers, you! Emily makes the best perfume in the whole court of Fontaine. She introduced me to this amazing one the other day that works as an insect repellent, antiperspirant, and deodorant all in one. Oh, it's a total lifesaver for someone like me who spends so much time zooming around all over the place. I actually sprayed some on my wrist today. Go on, take a whiff. Oh, it's heavenly. I did a little snooping around at Chioria Boutique once. Aside from the wealthy housewives of Fontaine and the box-ticking tourists from overseas, some of the regular customers there look like really rough characters. Big, muscly types with scars on their face, guys in masks and hats with their swords drawn. But they always come bearing gifts and acting like humble servants. Yeah, well, mostly. Anyone with a bad attitude is literally sent flying back out the door. Seriously, I snapped a photo of a guy being thrown out once. He was like 4 feet in the air. I've met Fremine a few times since being introduced. He quickly took an interest in Monsieur Verite, that's my camera/assistant, and even made a few improvements to my lenses. I gotta say, though, my heart was in my mouth watching him completely dismantle Monsieur Verite in a matter of seconds. Amazing he managed to reassemble it just as swiftly. He seems very experienced. I was convinced he must have graduated from the Fontaine Research Institute, but he denied it. If you want to interview the Udex, you have to provide all the interview questions in advance and get them reviewed by the relevant department at the Palais Mermonia, who decide which questions to approve and which ones you're not allowed to ask. It's their way of making sure the interview goes off without a hitch. Oh, it's such a rigmarole. I'm losing the will to live just talking about it. Lady Farina has a very captivating presence. She was born to be a star. Euphrasie once assigned a journalist to shadow her, but he quit not long into the assignment. From what I've heard, the reason he left was that Farina insisted on seeing every photo he took of her right away, and she'd make him redo it if she wasn't happy with how it turned out. Apparently, she was so picky that the poor guy once had to take 127 shots of her in the same pose before she was content. I once spent 6 months working undercover for an exposé piece about a merchant who was selling shoddy food products. I disguised myself as a vagrant, infiltrated the back kitchen, took a job as a kitchen hand, and stuck around until I'd gathered enough solid evidence about their misdeeds. Then I put it all in an article and had it published in the paper. Oh, the backlash was intense. They were punished for their crimes, sure, but that didn't stop them from launching a vicious campaign of vengeance against me almost immediately. I was coming home to threat letters sitting on my bedside table on a daily basis, and we'd also find mud slung on the front door to our office. The Steambird quickly filed a report to the guards, and I was sent to Mondstadt to report on Genius Invocation TCG. Oh, it took a while before I could safely return to Fontaine. These kinds of things happen all the time. I honestly don't know how Euphrasie deals with it. If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered. The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time. There are lots of journalists in the court of Fontaine, but not all of them hold themselves to a high professional standard. If you're ever looking to do an interview, I'm your best choice. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Someone recently recommended me to try surfing, so I went and gave it a shot. Keeping balance on the rolling waves was a little tricky at first, but I managed to get the hang of it pretty quickly. Maybe I'm just a natural surfer. Anyway, feeling the wind and waves up close and riding along the horizon was rather amazing. You should give it a try.
lots of journalists in the court of Fontaine, but not all of them hold themselves to a high professional standard. If you're ever looking to do an interview, I'm your best choice.
Hello, I'm Hua, the newly appointed judge of the Ten Lords Commission. What else should I mention?
Ahem. Hello. Don't forget to introduce the most famous Heliobus of all.
Yes, Tail. This is... Tail. Hello? Oh, I guess I'll take my leave now. Bye.
You were supposed to say hi, not bye.
Finally, time to go home. Oh, I hope no one notices me. Finally, time. I tried to turn this job down. It just doesn't feel fair. Asking someone with heliophobia to hunt down Heliobi with the Heliobus? They told me it was to conquer my fear. My tail was consumed during a Heliobus attack. The rest of me barely got away. It's a good job the Ten Lords Commission sealed the demon in my tail before it had the chance to finish me off.
It's not my fault that Foxians have the most scrumptious tails. However, now that I'm a tail, I've realized all sorts of monsters want to have me for breakfast.
I can use this banner to dispel demons! But it also comes in handy when signaling my surrender. I make paper dolls whenever I get the chance. With so many little friends around, there's nothing to fear.
Don't get me started. Those things stress me out. The mere thought of seeing a smiling paper doll right in front of my face in the middle of the night. Ugh.
Oh, I practice my bravery by watching horror comedies late at night. When it gets to a scary part, I laugh it off like this. So yeah. The owner of the Looking Bronze said I have a knack for attracting evil. I have a vague idea why that is.
Apparently, I am that vague idea. Be that as it may, your tendency to trip over yourself is entirely your own fault.
How do I relax? I like to find a place in Starskiff Haven to lay back and watch the Starskiffs come and go. Although, my colleagues say it works better for insomnia. Anyway, you should try it. I heard a lot of heliobi were sealed in the Artisanship Commission's creation furnace, but they all escaped when the furnace broke. That's why my workload is the way it is. Little Gwei? Oh, she has a lot of yang energy. She dispels bad luck very easily. Even my tail goes quiet when she's around. The only drawback is I have to raise my voice around her if I want it to be heard. The puppet judge? She really scared me at first. But when Tail threatened her, she didn't bat an eyelid. Madame Shuei is amazing. I really want to be like her one day.
Amazing! Let's see if she still has that smirk on her face when I burn the Ten Lords' commission to the ground!
In order to differentiate between the sisters, I call her the Rambling Judge. She hasn't found out, has she? It seems like Ching Tre is always on a break. When I'm relaxing, she's relaxing. And when I get swamped with work, guess what? She's still relaxing! I guess the Divination Commission has a pretty light workload. Be more determined? I usually just want to run away. Still, every time I try, Mr. Tail sends me straight back to the enemy's doorstep. Why can't he just leave me be?
Fine by me. If you get swallowed whole, I'll finally be able to break free.
People say that the General's portrait can be used to dispel evil. I tried, but useless. Oh, I mean, the portrait, not the General. Oh, I shouldn't have believed in such superstitious nonsense. Oh, I wonder if the Dragon Lady has any brave pills for sale. If not, play dead pills might do the trick. How come Madame Yukong has an air of authority, but I don't? I mean, we're both Foxians. Actually, I know why. But I can't help being a little envious. So this is the life of a cursed one. Promoted again? Is that good or bad? Do I have to spend my whole life in the Ten Lords Commission? Does a cure-all for exorcising evil really exist? Madame Hanya, Did you also have a restless night? If there's anything I can help with, just let me know. You first, little Gwei. I'll be right behind you. Sushang, just a minute. Let me give you this talisman.
I think little Gwei's talents would go unappreciated in a lot of settings. Being a street performer is her true calling. She might be tougher than flesh and blood, but not being able to feel pain? I don't think that's a good thing. Seems like Silent but Deadly has got the eye of a fair few heavy hitters. So, does that mean he's a big fish now? Maybe one day I'll get to hear his story. Sooner or later, I'll make my mark in history. My fighting skills have improved. I should let my mom know. I heard that when your mastery of the sword improves, you can physically feel it. So this is what it feels like. One should always have dreams. You never know, they might actually come true one day. Miss Bailu, don't leave me on my own! Got any new ideas, little Gwei? I say we strike while the iron is hot. It's Yanqing. This is my chance to check out his moves up close. Just focus on healing, and if you get into trouble, give me a shout. Madam Yukong, my skills are not yet adept. Feel free to give me some advice.
Rock and roll might be my only true companion. Nice! I should write this into my next song. That's it? I've peaked already. Ta-da! Another one off the to-do list. Just like being on stage, right, Pela? I'll follow your rhythm. You again, Jeppy? Leave some fun for me this time. Ready, Linksy? Let's rock! Your mother would be proud of you, Branya.
Stay focused. Push forward. Oh, Lynxie is one of my, Lynx is one of my, Lynx is one of Bellabog's #1 researchers, and one of my best besties. There's still room for improvement. Finally, all contingencies covered. This is valuable intel. Glad to be of service, Captain Japard. Remember, Serval, don't rush the beat. Let's do this, Lynxie. Expect a decisive victory, Lady Branya.
Choice isn't as elusive as it may appear. The value of choice lies in unwavering resolve. I'm not done yet. Journeys never end. This is my will. Preservation is determined by our actions. March, lead the counterattack. I believe in you. Danheng, let's make this quick. Like always, Danheng, let's make this quick. I'm counting on you to wrap this up, Himiko. I'm on it, well... Mr. Yang.
Destiny usually flows before us into the future, but for her it flows into the past. As far as she's concerned, is the past a force for good or bad? That girl may be shy, but she's been lauded by many. If I had that kind of assistance, it would take a load off my mind. Isn't every morsel, every drop predestined? With favor and gain, life's free from strain. When it comes to seeing everything, I've still got a long road ahead of me. Is this weal or woe? With you on our side, we're destined for victory. General, no need to divine the result of this battle. Jingchue? Ahem. I knew you weren't in the repository. I've been waiting here for you for some time. Your martial prowess exceeds that of the general, while I surpass him in strategy. How about we join forces? With the Dragon Lady here, I have nothing to worry about.
Hello. Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Topaz. I work in the IPC Strategic Investment Department. I've heard about the many great feats of the Nameless and the Astral Express. It's truly a pleasure to meet you. Oh, and this is my little second in command, Numby! Say hi to everyone, Numby! Long time no see. How have you been? Clocking in a lot of overtime? Why do they have to call me for such a trivial matter? Sorry, something just came up at work. I've got to get going. How does that song go again? The place you can't go back to is called home. Well, that might sound dramatic, but I really haven't been back home for a long time. And frankly, I don't want to. Protecting the interests of the vast majority of people is the reason I chose this career path. The IPC has given me an excellent platform to pursue my goals, and for that, I have nothing to complain about. There are so many tricks for dealing with people in the workplace that I can't even list them all. But I always believe that the most important part is to remain sincere, whether it's with coworkers or with customers. That's my bottom line. Do you know what year it is? Who works for money these days? Money is a means, not an end. Work should make you happy! That's the most fundamental principle. The vast, starry sky, the billions of cute, magical critters. Even if only for them, I've got to work hard. The trouble with being too good at math is that everyone treats you like a human calculator. So yeah, that's why I rarely talk about my expertise in that area. I used to think creatures from different ecosystems would be incapable of living together, so I divided my home into different ecological zones, but now... Look how well these two are getting along! They're obviously from different planets, but they're best friends now! Isn't that amazing? Every family has its problems. This, I understand. But if everyone were to stop repaying their debts, the whole system would collapse. If that time comes, what was once thought of as a trivial matter would become a hardship for the world. They've always liked shiny things. Gold coins, gems, you name it. They're like a big, fat investment account accruing interest. Guess I should have just named them Piggy. In the IPC, no, even just the Strategic Investment Department, there are plenty of unsavory characters I don't care for. They may be my colleagues, but we're not the same. Take, Venturine, for instance. I sincerely hope you never have to deal with him. The Supreme Guardian of Bellabog. Well, she's an impressive little girl well beyond her years in maturity. Huh? You're saying I'm about her age? No. Totally different circumstances. No comparison at all. I've heard about Himiko of the Astral Express. My colleagues were gossiping about how beautiful and knowledgeable she is. If I ever get the chance, I'd love to meet her. The most mysterious character on the Astral Express is that conductor. The one who looks like a little creature. Their reputation precedes them. If they're as interesting as the rumors suggest, I'll definitely have to meet them sooner or later. And hopefully, I'll get to pet them too. Lady Asta. Now that's a real lady if I ever saw one. You'll never guess just how wealthy she really is. Stella Run Hunters? We aren't acquainted. Never worked with them on any projects. Supposedly, those guys are hard to get in touch with. But they have an unexpectedly good credit record, which I value far more than any groundless conspiracy theories. Looking bullish. Which is why we should keep a cool head. Awesome. Let's ride the wave. Don't be complacent. Good investors always think long-term. Nice to have in the portfolio. Himiko! I'm sure I can learn a lot from you. What's the latest, Branya? Remember to rest. Don't go taking after me. Lady Asta! How's your mother been? We should hang out more.
My past is gradually coming to light. Today me is even more awesome than yesterday me. I'm all grown up. My real journey starts now. That's right. I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. You're coming with? I'm keeping score. I'm gonna show them what I can really do. Huh? Why the weird face, Dan Hung? I'm gonna show them what I can really do. Huh? Don Hung, you better believe in me. If push comes to shove, I'm counting on you, Himeko. Mr. Yang's here! Yeah! Did I just say that out loud?
I can't solve every problem the Express crew might have in their voyage across the galaxy. But if money's ever the solution, come find me. The last time I spoke with Topaz, we agreed to take a holiday. Oh, we were going to charter a ship, go star-seeing, and catch up on all the IPC gossip. But we still haven't had the chance. Every star is a miracle. The more I learn about it, the more I love the starry sky. Goals are like the stars. We'll reach them eventually. Another step closer to distant worlds. The Express has been a lifeline. Time to return the favor. Arlen, don't carry the weight alone. Oh, Madam Herta? We've got nothing to worry about.
It is always me that has to make the first move. That guy never loses his cool, does he? Could have done it using console commands. Gaming is a full-time pursuit. Maxed out. Time for the endgame. Stop worrying about the stats. Have some fun. Hey, Kafka. Can I go off script this time? You gonna say something? Chat's enabled, you know.
The Express's path bridges the stars, as if it were a string of shimmering pearls. With countless marvelous sights to be seen, I couldn't possibly consider stopping here. Our final stop can never truly be reached. The human thirst for discovery is truly boundless. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. Make sure to keep yourself safe this time, March. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll be right behind you with all the support you need, Don Hung. I'll be right behind you with all the support you need, Don Hung. Be fearless. See, Welt? I told you we'd have lots of chances to shine.
Where there's hope, there's the will to fight. Good news? I'll take it. Ha! Try standing in my way now. Aha! That'll come in handy. Hook? Shouldn't you be in... Fine, just stay close. I'll take the front line. Stay safe, Branya. Manage to grab some sleep, Nat? Don't burn yourself out. Pair up with him? Ugh, all right, Luca. Let's do this.
Everyone needs some time alone. Nice to have new survival skills under my belt. Even the snow plains have an end. Nice. I'll try it out in my next expedition. Shout if you get into trouble, Pela. Never thought I'd get to fight side by side with you, sis. Oh, stop holding me back, Japard. I'm not a kid anymore.
With this strength, I can save more lives. A doctor never stops learning. I'll put this strength to good use. Wise choice. Has that wound fully healed, Zila? Room for an old witch, Hook? I've got my eye on you. Take care of yourself, Luca.
My name is Gwynaifen. Gwy means wood, Nai means to exist, and Fen means fragrant. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? I usually do juggling performances on this side of Exalting Sanctum. Remember to come see the show when you have the chance. Jeez, why do I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time? What? You saw me yesterday? A day without seeing you feels like 3 years. See you next time. I'll save you a front row seat. Oh, it's a makeshift outdoor stand. Front row sounds a little fancy. My real name is Guinevere. Gwynaifen is the Xianzhou name Shangshang gave me. Who is Shangshang, you ask? She's my best friend. Sushang, the Cloud Knight. Have you met her? I've got more than a dozen siblings. One of them is my older brother. He's also living on the Shenzhou. His name is Long Shirla, but he seems to prefer being called Lancelot. I learned my juggling skills on the street. My brothers taught me. It started out as a way to survive. Who'd have thought the performances would become so popular? It feels like fate is teasing us sometimes. This girl arrived on your Xianzhou ship and started juggling to earn her tips. Melons and dates make a very nice meal, but to make my day needs at least 10 strail. No need to waste time on idle chat, because a real stage play is right where it's at. Don't you think the poetry and songs of the Xianzhou people are enchanting? One time, I asked Shangshang to teach me to write poetry, and she only wrote 4 words in 3 months. I don't think I'll be able to learn at this rate. My real name is Guinevere. This girl arrived on your Xianzhou. My real name is Guinevere. Gwynaifen is the... This girl arrived on your Xianzhou. Don't you think the poetry and songs of the Xianzhou people are enchanting? One time, I asked Shangshang to teach me to write poetry, and she only wrote 4 words in 3 months. I don't think I'll be able to learn at this rate. There's so much good food on the Law Fu. But for juggling, one has to stay light and nimble. How does that ancient saying go? It's hard to be both loyal and filial. You can't serve two masters? Something like that. Xu Shang has been calling me Little Gui for a long time now, which is fine. But recently, I've noticed that even my brothers on the street have started calling me Little Gui, and even audience members. At this rate, no one's gonna remember my real name. On this Yinzhou, short-lived species like us have a fleeting existence. Here one moment and gone the next. That's all the more reason to seize the moment while you still have it. There's a crosstalk comedy duo in Exalting Sanctum, Forth and Backen. They're a friendly couple of guys. They help me to embellish a lot of my act. In fact, the doggerel portion of the performance was their idea. Shang Shang is my best friend. Aside from my street-performing brothers, she's the person I've known the longest in the Law Fu. I wanted to become sworn sisters with her, but she didn't seem interested. I heard that the General is interested in these street music performances. I wish I had the chance to perform at the Seat of Divine Foresight. Then I could be famous. I've never spoken to the General, but I did meet his retainer once. He asked me if I was a woman of the sword, so you know what I did? I did a sword-swallowing performance right in front of him. Qingqia likes to play Celestial Jade in Exalting Sanctum, but sometimes she gets tired and comes to see me juggling. I can tell from her face if she's won or lost that day. Red is a win, pale is a loss. And really pale means her boss is out looking for her. Living? That's all a big hustle and bustle. But life's all about savoring the moment. Spread those positive vibes and watch the good luck follow. Fresh face, fresh vibes. Must be talking about me. The more you can do, the easier life gets. Did you check out my latest live stream? It was a showstopper. Sushang, we should totally team up for this performance. The fans will go wild. Hey, little guy, wanna see some sword swallowing? I've added some new tricks to my act. Hey, Qingqia, you're looking chipper. Did the cards fall in your favor? Come get a better view, Huahua. Don't worry, the fire won't bite you, you know.
Xingni picked the road she yearned for, just like her mother. There's no reason to feel remorse. It makes me wonder, who's really grappling with regrets? The heavens are vast. The kite flies where it wishes. My soul has never wandered far from the celestial expanse. The day I was awarded those honors is still vivid in my mind. I thought my days of wandering were behind me, but there's still much to be experienced. Should you require aid, you need only ask. Are you capable of handling this situation, Tingyun? General, my bow and arrows are at the ready, awaiting your command. Yanqing, your swordsmanship needs no guidance from me. But I encourage you to learn from your friends. Be careful, Sushang. The battlefield tolerates no mistakes.
Ah, a visitor. Please let me show you some of our local hospitality. I see a future full of potential. You can count on me to give it my all. This vast universe has so many worlds I've yet to explore. Madam Yukong, allow me to handle the negotiations. I can buy us some time. People often forget that the General is as brave as he is cunning. Your regular kindness has not gone unnoticed. Allow me to repay a small part of it, Lady Bailu. Gui Naifen? Oh, you mean little Gui! Every time I lose at Celestial Jade, I go watch her acrobatics performance to cheer me up. It's just... I never have enough strail to give her a tip. Every time I spot that kid, I can't help but feel this intense need to teach her how to play Celestial Jade. I've got to teach her the ins and outs. Life's just like a game of tiles. You never know what's gonna come up next. When life's all go, the trick is to steal a bit of downtime, right? You're bound to draw the tile you want sooner or later, right? When it comes to Celestial Jade, it's all about synergy and luck. Hey, you're here too. Let's get this game going. Weird. How'd the Master Diviner figure out I'd be here? A free performance by Little Gwei? There's no way I'm missing that. Awesome. With a genius like Yanqing around, I can take it easy for a while. No need to worry, Huohuo. The workday zips by when you're having fun. Define inspiration? It's only several thousand ideas racing through my mind every minute. You call that a build update? Well, finally! Clocking off. Bye. Happy? Word of advice. Don't expect too much from a puppet. You better be good. My time is precious. Ugh, why the long face? I'm not going to eat you. Asta! Here's the key. Gotta go now. Bye. You know the drill. Send me all your new toys, and I'll return them later.
Hook's ready to find the next treasure. Watch out! The boss of the moles is coming to get ya. Ha! Nobody's gonna look down on Pitch Dark Hook the Great anymore. Get ready! Hook's got another Pitch Dark trick up her sleeve. You won't beat Hook this time, Miss Seela. Old witchy, Miss Natasha! I'll be good this time. How do I remember Clara? Ready for an adventure? Oh, it's Mr. Bluehair! Where are we going this time? Oh, Luca! Let's go beat up some bad guys!
beautiful spot.
Ugh. Ugh.
Be dull. Come to Bonds of Love to find your perfect match.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Yes! We have the upper hand. I'll contain them.
Do we have to fight?
Of course.
Somebody help me!
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise, Venus! Dodge this! Did I win? Did I win?
Not even a thanks.
see what I can do. You're not going anywhere!
Commencing support.
Oh! Forget your wallet? Wealth and wisdom! Come feast your eyes! It's never too early! For a happy new year!
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack!
No more playing nice. Ah!
Enemy targets detected. Inputting commands. Whoa!
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack!
No more playing nice. Ah!
Commencing support. This, that, and...
Yes!
Commencing support. Inputting commands. Whoa! Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Come feast your eyes. It's never too early for a happy new year. No more playing nice. Don't your hands hurt? Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise Phoenix! Let me through, or I'll go through. Dodge this! This, that, and... Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Don't throw the game. Fame and fortune. Want to see what I can do? Huh?
I'm looking at the reply. See? Here. Miss Hanya said she's on her way.
It appears we are all present. The Spiritfarers who were supposed to report to Huohuo mentioned they didn't see her today. I'll get straight to the point. I have no idea where Huohuo may be. However, if we combine our efforts, we may be able to piece together some clues. Each of you are close to Huohuo. Did you notice anything unusual about her yesterday? Since becoming a judge, Huohuo has often thought about resigning. She thinks she might not be cut out for the task. If you ask me, after she lost Tail, I think her urge to resign became even more apparent.
What if Huohuo came across a lead today? Something that sounded like Tail's doing. Knowing her, she's probably gone looking for him.
And yet, she didn't come to any of us for help. That's not like her. Given the type of person she is, if she did have any clues, she would seek out our help. If she hasn't shared anything with us, it means there is only one possibility.
Correct. And I think I might know who the culprit is.
Cirrus. The only one who may have knowledge of Tail's whereabouts is Cirrus, whose plans were foiled due to Tail's actions.
Even if Cirrus doesn't know where Tail is, given the shared history, they wouldn't hesitate to cause trouble.
Let's go. We must try to squeeze some answers out of Cirrus.
Well. Insects who don't know when to quit. I sense you have questions. Go on. Ask away.
Huohuo is missing. And I'm willing to bet you know something about it.
How careless. Your companion vanishes right under your noses. And you fail to notice. Why am I the one you're pestering?
The Ten Lords Commission might not be able to completely eradicate the Heliobi, but we have plenty of ways of dealing with them.
Ooh, how threatening. Save your breath. I know your tactics. Let's cut to the chase. I do know something about it.
I knew it!
Believe it or not, while you were distracted, she came and found me. She asked me if I knew where Mr. Tail was, and I simply gave her a clue. She searched high and low, but came back empty-handed, of course. If only you could have seen her expression, simultaneously terrified and desperate to know more. Utterly hilarious. In the end, I became fed up with her constant nagging. I told her that her beloved tail had splintered and been reduced to an ember without a single memory. You should have seen her face! Oh, does it hurt? You'll be pleased to know I didn't drag out the suffering. I told her that her tail was hiding in Cloudford, preparing to flee the Xianzhou on a star skiff. I also told her that the Ten Lords Commission was in the process of recapturing all the Heliobi. If she were to turn to you for help, Mr. Tail would be imprisoned. Even if she managed to find him. Looks like she took the bait.
Lies! You can't possibly know where Tail disappeared to.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I have no doubt about one thing. My friends are ready and waiting for her in Cloudford. I tricked you, didn't I? You should have faith in your friend. Perhaps Wawa is safe and sound. Perhaps she managed to subdue the Heliobi. If you rush to Cloudford, there's still a chance you might find her.
Not good. Let's head to Cloudford quickly.
The paperwork will have to wait. I'm coming with you.
Still here, huh? Then I guess you're not too concerned about your friend.
What do we do now? I'll go get help from the Alchemy Commission.
Hold on. Let me take a look at her. She's unresponsive. It looks like a heliobus has taken control of her mind. This isn't just a heliobus illusion. It's a complete sensory barrier, cutting off the individual from the outside world. In this case, even the harmonic chime won't work. This isn't something the healers at the Alchemy Commission can handle. I'll take Huohuo back to the Ten Lords Commission. Perhaps they'll have an answer. As for now, I'm temporarily suspending the activities of the ghost hunting squad.
But...
The situation has changed completely. Without the assistance of a judge, continuing would place all of you in grave danger, defeating the purpose of the squad.
But Miss Hanya, this is to save our friend.
I know. I understand. But please, let the Ten Lords Commission deal with this. We'll find a way to extract this heliobus from Huohuo.
Miss Hanya, tell me straight. Does the Ten Lords Commission actually have a solution? Yeah. Cirrus is bound to know what this heliobus is up to.
No, we shouldn't do what they expect us to do. They've been manipulating us from Fixed Troll Garden all along. We need to find out what they really want before we go any further.
We are not completely out of options. It might be possible to use another heliobus to drive out the one that seized Huohuo's mind.
But why would a heliobus ever want to help people? Wait. Miss Hanya, do Do you mean to say that...
I've been keeping Tail here all along.
What?
Don't look so surprised, young lady.
Surprised? Hua has been worried sick trying to find you, and now something else has gone after her.
You flaming furball! What the heck is going on? Did you know about this the whole time, Miss Hanya?
As per our rules, any free-roaming heliobus must be sealed away. I was merely following protocol. Besides, it was Tail who requested this.
It's a long story. I only recall a moment during that fateful night when my consciousness was on the verge of shattering into a million pieces. Time stood still. I watched myself parting from Ignomar, drifting without purpose. Then, before I knew what had happened, the girl had retrieved me, and a judge of the Ten Lords' Commission had sealed me within a tail. I believe you humans call this kind of thing an end-of-life experience. But why would a heliobus experience one of those? Ridiculous. Since I'd slipped the leash, I thought I might as well change bodies and savor a bit of freedom. But then...
Lucky for you, you met me.
my luck took a sour turn when I ran into this demoness. I mean, judge. When I was with Hua, she'd constantly rant about me, whining about all the problems I'd caused her, how I'd ruined her life. It was only after I vanished that she realized she'd taken my power for granted. I wanted to hear her cry about it. So, in a fit of anger, I had this demon, judge, imprison me in the gourd.
You had your wish. Now, I'm offering you a chance to regain your freedom. Not by letting you go, but by going back to the way things were. Do we have a deal? Can I trust you, Tail?
Ugh. Of course! We're pretty much co-workers at this point. So, all I have to do is possess Hua and take out those other pesky heliobi, right? Time to give this heedless creature a reality check. It's exorcism o'clock!
I am not well versed in the art of combat. I leave this to you, Miss Sushang.
Where am I? Tail, are you here? I feel like I've been possessed. Tail, is that you? Oh no. No, it can't be him. Tail always said only the most privileged are worthy of being his host. Stop overthinking, Hua. What should I do now? Mom? Is this an illusion? Mom, what are you doing here? I've missed you so much!
Stay back! Don't come any closer! I don't know who you are, but you're not my Hua. Keep that filthy thing you're carrying away from me. farther you stay away from her, the better. I'm sorry, Hua Hua. Your father and I had no choice but to send you to the Ten Lords Commission. Oh, it's best if you pretend we never existed.
Hey, I remember you. Huohuo's tail is all singed. It looks like a giant sparkler. Stay away from us, monster! Trying to make us feel sorry for you? I can't stand people who do that. I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me. I heard your parents don't want you anymore. You should be the one feeling sorry. We shouldn't be talking to a monster anyway. Let's get out of here. But I'm not a monster. What should I do? Tail. Tail? How are you still here? I see now. You're leaving me too. Everyone always leaves me. I don't want to be alone. Not again.
I haven't left!
Please, Tail. No more words. I can't bear to see you fade away.
Are you a judge or not? This heliobus is distorting your perceptions. Get a grip. Resist them!
They've all gone. All abandoned me.
All gone? Just watch me. I'll drag them all back. Let's bring this one back.
Hua Hua, I'm sorry. It's better that you pretend Mom and Dad are no longer here.
How can your own flesh and blood be so heartless? These humans.
Everyone will leave. They always do. Eventually.
What about your ghost hunting buddies?
They aren't here.
What about those 10 Lords fogies?
They aren't here.
You have me, don't you? Just wait. I'm going to bring everyone here. Let's bring this one back.
Why does Huohuo get so much attention? I'm gonna get everyone to ignore her.
Ugh, the behavior of these brats is astounding.
This tail is just so creepy. It glows like some sort of torch. Gross!
Hey, wanna lose a hand? Whoa, look! I brought everyone back for you.
Who's back?
Whoa, our precious girl. Mom and Dad shouldn't have left you all alone. Whoa, I'm sorry. I was just jealous that your tail is cooler than mine. Whoa, I've always dreamed about having such a cool tail. Why don't you come play with me?
Oh, they're only here because you possessed them and made them come back. This isn't what I meant.
Oh, come on. You wanted them to return. They returned.
Tail? You're not an illusion. Oh, you're here. You're actually Tail. Where have you been all this time? I thought you were already...
Dead? Well, I haven't exactly had a picnic. Exploding into countless shards, being your shadow for all those rotten years. It's about time I had some good luck. I thought about getting out of here, but I couldn't shake the feeling there was something wrong. So I came back to see if you could manage on your own or if you were still a scaredy cat.
I'm sorry. I guess I still am.
No! You're selling yourself short. You're daring. How you had the courage to do something so dangerous amazes me. It's not bravery you lack, but sense.
What other choice did I have? I suspected that Cirrus was deceiving me, but the thought of losing you forever was... unbearable.
Forget about all that. I'm here now. But... did everyone really leave you because of me?
But you came back for me. And that's all I need.
Well, since you put it like that, I suppose I have nothing to feel guilty about anymore. Well, somebody needs to keep you out of trouble. Speaking of which, there's a pesky Heliobus lurking right here. I'm coming for you. Don't even think about escaping.
So what? I won't surrender. Dodge this!
Allow me to see you off.
Converge and awaken! Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise Venus!
Turn up the volume.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Caught in the web. Subdue.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
The Omniscia sees through you.
Dodge this!
This song's keep up. My tempo!
Wawa! You're awake! Seems like Tails' operation was a success!
Madame Hanya, Miss Quay, Sushang, and Miss Trailblazer. Oh, thank you, all of you. Are you the ones who brought Tail back?
Well, where would we be without our squad leader? We had to help.
Oh, so Scaredy Cat is squad leader. Well, well, look at you.
Aw, that's just what Miss Gwaynifin calls me.
Well, well, Tail actually does belong to Miss Huahua.
Excuse me?
Despite Cirrus's scheming and calculating, they clearly didn't expect Tail to return to Huahua. Their plan to kidnap her was an utter failure. If they saw Huahua as she is now, it would break their will.
Madam Hanya, urgent news from Victual Garden. The subdued Heliobi are stirring again.
Cirrus may not know the location of Tail, but they still figured out a way to divert everyone's attention. Cirrus may come across as hot-headed and impulsive, but under the surface, they are actually full of guile. No wonder they like to use analogies such as pawns and chess to describe people. One momentary lapse of concentration, and suddenly we find ourselves backed into a corner. It looks like the end game that General Jing Yuan has been trying to avoid is fast approaching. Sushang, please head to the seat of Divine Foresight and fetch the General. Let's hurry back to Fixtral Garden now, while there's still a chance to turn things around. It's time to teach Cirrus a lesson.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
We have some amazing...
If it isn't the judges at the Ten Lords Commission. Sluggish as ever. Oh, and is that Mr. Tail? Back to being a guard dog, I see. How delightful. This calls for a celebration. Still, after our last encounter, I've no intention of including you in my plans. To see Ignimar's most powerful fragment now burdened with emotions pains me. It's a pity, but you've become expendable.
Who are you calling expendable?
The Ten Lords' commissions matrix is still intact. The Heliobi cannot leave Fixtral Garden. You may think you have the upper hand, but you're nothing more than a caged animal. You will never leave here.
Leave? That was never my plan. I came to Fixtral Garden for one reason and one reason alone. To fight the Luofu's formidable general? He seemed fond of playing the waiting game. I merely capitalized on that. While you were all out on a wild goose chase, I rallied other Heliobi to my cause, thereby increasing my strength. Thanks to all of you, I've amassed the power of every Heliobus sealed within Fixtral Garden. All I need to do now is wait for the General to make his grand entrance. Before that happens, I should keep my end of the bargain. Destroying you without leaving a trace. Time to suffer.
Ready to lose yourself?
Sushang, just a minute. Let me give you this talisman. If it isn't... Time to suffer.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. So what? I won't surrender. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
back again. Somebody help me!
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose? Dodge this!
Component damage.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise Venus! A mere time to suffer. Copy. Try that again.
Don't come any closer.
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Go away! You can't run!
By the 10 lords.
Enemy targets detected. Is that...
They keep on coming back for more. What should we do, Tail?
Take it easy, kid. Heliobi might lack physical form, but they're not impervious to physical attacks. Cirrus is merely putting on a brave face. The moment they sense even a hint of defeat, it's over. They'll break into pieces regardless of how powerful they are.
So, just like what happened to Ignimar, once a Heliobus realizes they're going to lose, they'll shatter?
Exactly. And if there's anyone who can cause Cirrus to shatter, it's him.
So, General, you finally decided to show up. Ready to face the music?
Defeat my army and I'll give you the rematch you seek. My words hold true. As I mentioned previously, when Tang Xiao and Ignimar fought, the scales were balanced. But for you, Cirrus, this game was never about fairness, was it? And yet here we are. My power decidedly outmatches yours. Notions of rules and equal competition are mere illusions. Now, if you don't mind, allow me to show you how the endgame is played.
So what? I won't surrender. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. Enough. Mere time. This shape of Taishu. Rise Venus. Dodge this.
We have to fight.
Why, of course. Get them. aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Try that again! You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run! Hey!
Threat raised.
I'll contain them. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Demon depart! Time to suffer. Try that again.
Caught in the web.
You dare attack me?
Let me through, or I'll go through you. Dodge this. Commencing support. Ready for another? Stay right there while I give you a present. We have to fight.
Why, of course.
Time to suffer. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Bow to justice.
You're annoying. You can't run.
Unscathed.
Try that again. Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise Phoenix! Enemy targets detected. I'll contain them. My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
Get them!
A mere pawn. Time to suffer. You can't run! You're annoying! Try that again!
Unscathed. Press.
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Accept your defeat. You are bested.
Yes! Ready for another? Somebody help me! A mere pawn. Stay right there while I give you a present! Time to suffer. Try that again! Dodge this!
Threat raised.
You're not going anywhere! I'll contain them. Go away! You can't... Run!
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
We'll come.
Help! Try that again! I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Demons, depart!
Time to suffer.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Inputting commands. Whoa.
Unscathed.
Yes!
Mission failed.
It's not over. The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Checkmate.
I concede.
Good.
I am no Ignimar. I'm nothing. Nothing more than a faint flicker.
I know of no faint flicker that could strategize such a fierce battle against one of the Rainbow Arbiter's generals.
Listening to a winner feign humility is enough to make one sick.
The Heliobi may reflect our desires, but their fervent blaze is undeniably awe-inspiring. Neither General Tang Xiao nor myself would deride such a foe.
I have been bested. It's true. I only sought to lock horns with you regardless of victory or defeat. Next,
Next is eternal punishment. For an inextinguishable flame such as yourself, I see no punishment more fitting than to see you confined to a vacant abyss, forever lamenting your past transgressions. Such is the fate that awaits you, Cirrus.
So be it. Mountains will crumble. Oceans will evaporate, but the Heliobi will always be there, patiently waiting for their day of freedom. And that day will come. As long as the generals of the Xianzhou live, my battle against them will continue. Until the stars themselves burn out.
Cirrus's will to fight has been shattered. They can no longer pose a threat. Considering that everything here is now under control, I'll take my leave. Not at all. You have been of great assistance these past days. And for that, I express my gratitude. But the Heliobus we dealt with will not be easily dismissed. Given sufficient time, and regardless of how slim the odds are, they will someday break the seal that binds them. However, that concern will fall to the generals of the future. One cannot help but wonder how many Lawfu generals this fragment of Ignimar will face in times to come. Speaking purely from the perspective of a warrior, I must say, I feel somewhat envious. That it may be, but they cause no shortage of trouble. Perhaps I could glean some wisdom from the Xianzhou Juming. This excursion was not an official matter. I didn't report it to the councilors. What remains of it will be left to the Ten Lords Commission. And once matters have concluded, I believe everyone present will be duly rewarded. And as for you and the young Miss Gwynaifin, rest assured you won't be shortchanged. You see, helping the general of the Lawfu does have its perks. It's time I took my leave. Farewell.
Since when did Fixstrom...
Heartbreak.
You're here. I've just finished reinscribing the seal on Huohuo's tail. Next, it's time to address the matter of Cirrus.
What do you know? This is between me and the Ten Lords Commission. Non-aggression pact, if you like.
According to the Ten Lords, Tail must be supervised by a judge. I'll make sure to take good care of Mr. Tail.
Let's see who takes care of who.
Besides, when Mr. Tail isn't around, the other Heliobi pick on me. I feel safer when Tail is here.
Other Heliobi? Huh. I'm the only Heliobus you need to worry about.
Well then, I will take care of the Cirrus situation. As for what gets written in the Lawfu's ghostly grove, I'll leave that up to you. One more thing. Don't forget to seal the Heliobi within the evil binding matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
Since when did Fixstrom Garden...
Everyone on the Xianzhou is a trickster.
I wrote to my mom about the recent monster slaying and demon fighting stuff I've been doing for the Ten Lords Commission.
What did you tell her?
I told her I went toe-to-toe with the sword-fighting prodigy Yanqing and held my own against fragments of Ignamar. But all she did was scold me for getting into trouble. Do you think she was being sarcastic? You sound just like her.
Quit worrying, Sushang. You've been an awesome squad member and a very talented sleepyhead. Now, let's think about what to publish on Ghostly Grove. This is huge news. This post will definitely boost our following.
Always on the hunt for more followers.
It's called professionalism, all right? I'm counting on you.
The ghost hunting squad can now rest easy for a while. Speaking as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, I must thank you all for the dedication you've shown these past few days. You really minimized the impact of the Heliobi crisis. There may have been a few Heliobi that slipped through the net, but they are of no major concern.
Leave them to us. I don't want to brag, but our articles on Ghostly Grove are the talk of the town. If we suddenly stopped uploading, it'd be pretty unfair to our audience.
Miss Gwei.
Madam Hanya, please let little Gwei carry on uploading. I can't fall asleep without browsing Ghostly Grove before bed.
You seem pretty set on this, so I won't stand in your way. However, bear in mind that...
Don't worry. We promise not to make your job any harder than it already is.
Help! Someone help me! Aw. Such a peaceful spot.
It's coming to me. It's coming to me! And there.
Someone help me! Does a cure-all for exorcising evil really exist?
March, lead the counterattack. I believe in you.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
This is double speed.
Dodge this!
Get them! Dare attack me?
Time for a buzz.
Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Dodge this!
Lance, forward! I'm okay.
Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix!
Get them!
Lance, forward!
Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this!
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
This is double speed.
Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this!
Get them!
Dodge this!
Time for a buzz.
Get them!
Lance, forward!
Dodge this! This is double speed.
Rise, Venus!
Dodge this! Time for a buzz.
Get them!
Dodge this! Rise, Venus!
Time for a buzz.
Dodge this! Give me strength!
These or devils! I'll crush them all!
Lance, forward!
This is double speed.
Dodge this! You're not going anywhere! Hey! Rise! Beat it! Dodge this!
This is double speed.
Time for a buzz.
Get them!
Lance forward!
Dodge this! Give me strength! Rise! Beat it! Dodge this! Dodge this! Rise! Beat it!
This is double speed.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Dodge this! Rise! Beat it!
Get them!
Dodge this!
Lance forward!
Rise! Beat it! Dodge this!
Get them!
This is double speed.
Dodge this! Rise! Beat it!
Get them! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Lance forward!
Dodge this!
This is double speed.
Rise! Beat it! Dodge this!
Time for a buzz.
Give me strength! Dodge this!
Not a scratch.
Rise! Beat it! Dodge this!
This is double speed.
Get them!
Lance forward!
Dodge this! Rise! Beat it! Dodge this!
Time for a buzz.
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this! Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix! Time for a buzz.
Get them!
Lance forward! Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this!
Get them!
Lance forward! Give me strength! Dodge this! This is double speed.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Rise, Phoenix!
Get them!
Dodge this! Time for a buzz.
Get them!
Lance forward! Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this! Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Get them!
Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this!
Get them!
Lance forward! Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix!
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
This is double speed. Dodge this!
Get them!
Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this! Lance forward!
Get them!
Dodge this! This is double speed. Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this! Time for a buzz.
Get them! or devils! I'll crush them all!
Dodge this! Rise, Venus! Dodge this!
Lance, forward!
This is double speed.
Dodge this! Rise, Venus! Dodge this!
Time for a buzz.
Rise, Venus! Dodge this!
Time for a buzz.
Lance, forward!
Dodge this! Rise, Venus! Dodge this!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
You're not going anywhere! Rise, Venus!
Thank you.